Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to AER. I've already forgotten where I need to go, but that's okay, because really what I want to do is just fly around for a little while. I guess I'm supposed to find the remaining, temples. Which, honestly, I guess I could kind of find out of order if I really wanted to. But it's also equally easy for me to just go back here. We should probably also go talk to the old man. That is our mentor, because he might actually have something new to say as well. Okay. Oops. Welcome back again, Og. I hope your travels are easy on you. Erin is over her head and ears with joy that a real bird shifter came to visit. To the point where I'm a bit worried that she'll run off somewhere on one of her expeditions. Once in the north, when we stopped for a short rest by the hot springs, she was gone in a heartbeat. We looked all over, but the storm of the Howling Peaks was less intense back then. But it was still very cold. We found a cave nearby, and went on to see if she had gone there. She had a certain affinity for hidden places. As it turned out, the spirit bear of the north had recently moved in there. Aaron sat on his back, talking about everything between the sun and the moon. Should I be proud or worried? Well, I always ran away at her age, so who am I to judge? I'm getting all nostalgic here. Pilgrimage, let's see. So the next step is actually the archives, the temple to the east. The ancients built monuments and cities there, so more than in the west and north. John has been there frequently, I know. It's said that the signs of the Great Divide were early spotted in the east. Much of the ruins have been reclaimed by the land, but just continue to the eastern steps, and it shouldn't be too hard to find.
Hey.
Hello, Ak. If you're looking for Medvin, he's in the cave here in the village. He's probably studying some tablets. But what about a story? Maybe about how I met Diana? Dinah? No? One day, I followed a honey-colored doe across an island to the east. The most beautiful doe I'd ever seen. Suddenly, I came up to a bird shrine. There she was, standing next to it. She smiled at me, and my heart was hers. Diana, not the doe, dummy. It was the first time I visited the land of the gods. I was chosen to take care of its lands. Well, she was to inherit the duties for Kara's shrine. Pity that the shrine caved in. From what Dinah said, it might not be possible to rebuild it. I'll try at least. Anyhow, where are you off to now? Maybe the east is next in line for a visit? It's a bit wilder than the western lands, and there are many ruins from the time of the ancients there. I think the most impressive place is Lifla's Grove, home to Lifla the spirit deer of the land of the gods. In the grove grows a most remarkable giant tree, like a storm cloud, that one. Lifla hasn't been seen in ages, but it's said he saved the tree from the Great Divide. The ancients built some kind of altar near the tree. So far, I haven't found out what it does. Maybe it's worth a look. Okay. Well, let's go see Bird Dad. Dad Bird, old Bird Dad? Bird Dad, old... I'm just cycling words at this point. I'm tired. Sort of. Mario Odyssey is out, and so... This is kind of a really horrible thing about my job. But I will find games that I really enjoy. And they will just more or less ruin every other game for me. Because I don't want to play anything else. And it throws me off completely. So, like, I love this game, but I just really want to get back to Mario Odyssey. So I'm here and I'm like, Mario. And I'm like, wait a second. No, I should probably actually record an episode of AER. So I have one out. I don't want to let this series drop either. Especially because it seems fairly short. Welcome back, Ak. Take a look at this. I think I know what you found. The keys to the caretakers. They're described as glowing symbols. So it warped into the lantern, you say. Spectacular. It pains me that I can't go with you, but my back would pain me more. What? You actually use the key? Oh, it makes sense they would open the temple, I suppose. But to think my apprentice would converse with the caretakers in person. We all believed the gods were either in eternal slumber or perished. Our prayers have always been to the spirits of the skies and the lands, and to our ancestors. I have a bad feeling, child, but if one was still slumbering, you should search for the other caretakers. Questions need answers before it's too late. It seems big changes are coming to our world, and I see you as my own daughter, Ak. Be careful out there. Promise me as much. My first guess would be that the other caretakers still seek refuge in their temples, by choice or not. I found the passage about eternal skies, rooms in the temples where the caretakers could speak with the ancients. Look for those rooms, Ak. Okay. And we're done. I think maybe one of the reasons why this game kind of messes with my head is it just makes me so sleepy. That's also one of those where I just want to fly around. The actual plot stuff, I don't mind, but it's one of those where I'm just like, oh, I just kind of want to be a bird. Oh, holy crap, wow, yeah. Just instantly playing this game makes me sleepy. I think it's kind of the, like, the muted pastel colors. Like, it's very colorful, but not in an over-aggressive sense. Kind of more in the, like, the light of dawn or dusk. Except for really, it's kind of both at the same time-ish. And then throw in the music that gets more and more relaxing no matter what you do. And just everything is... it is both great and terrible for me. So let's see if there's anything interesting here. Oh, we've got some ghosts. Oh. I'm departing these lands. The priestess is safe. There's nothing more we can do. So, old friend, why do you linger? Is that a deer? Oh. It looks so pretty. Yeah, so I said in one of my, like, kind of video comments, I guess, you know, whatever I put on Twitter, because I actually have, like, a little tidbit about every video I ever put up, put in as part of, like, my tweets. And I said, I'd actually really love to see the developers of this game almost make, like, a Zelda-like after this. They're, like, 90% of the way there. All they need is, like, maybe a little bit more focused level design. Well, no, they have focused level design. I guess really they need, like, some kind of combat-ish. I'm not actually sure if combat's what this game needs. I don't know. There's, like, a slight difference between this and, like, a full-on Zelda game. I guess ultimately this is a shorter experience, so it's kind of hard for it to, like, reach Zelda levels. Anyway. Of Urza which we loved, lost and longed for, cities of cities, bright and dead. The white swan of marble, raising her long neck elegantly into the purple sky. Her eyes, 1,000 souls, swimming in the lake of never-ending afternoon. In the heart of spring. Her song, 1,000,000 hearts, praising the beauty of life, undiminished and brief. A petal on the wind of fall. The white swan of marble, folding her neck, or her luminous wings silently in the ashen dusk, never to be seen again. So that's just somebody being sad about the city being dead. Yeah, there are these weird apertures here. Ooh, ooh. Are these living deer? Oh, they are pretty. You've even got, like, actual floofy tails. They've got, like, the speckles on their bottoms, the broken AI. I mean, it's okay. I just mainly want to look at them. It's interesting that the hair, ox hair, is actually kind of, I think, a separate thing? I don't know. Oh, well, ugh. I can see inside you. It is nothing but empty space. Let's go back to looking at this. Yeah, Pokemon style game would actually be pretty cool with this style. I don't know. I love low poly, and these guys nailed it and then some. Part of it is low poly always lends itself really well to, like, quality shaders. And so you can have, like, these really gorgeous views that, you know, probably still took some serious time to make, but they don't feel, busy, maybe? Maybe that's how I'd put it. Maybe not, I don't know. So people are fighting here. That guy has a sword? Oh. No, why are you doing this? The old gods are dead. This power belongs to the God King, Koruku, now. Has a cute fox thing, too. So, effectively, a human, more or less, said, I'm the god now. And that's kind of probably what screwed over everybody. Because... what's this down here? Is that... oh, it's a little bunny. It's a shame. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on, like, religious figures, especially, like, rulers that, like, I am the second coming of the sun god. Worship me. Do not question me, for I am your creator. And it's like, no, you're just a dude. Chill. Be a good ruler, not some asshole that just justifies himself by saying you're holy. I don't know. History always just kind of made me angry of the sheer number of people that, like, had no business ruling. And ruled anyway. And I think this game is kind of mirroring that quietly in the background. I love looking at all the little islands as I go by. Just flying in general feels really good to me. Maybe that's part of the reason why I don't like the, I'm not as interested in the temples as I should be. Is that it's hard to wanna... I find it difficult caring about the temples, which are fantastic in their own regard, purely because being a bird is awesome in this game. They nailed the flight so well. And now that I'm especially getting the hang of it, it's unfortunate for me, because I wanna do more flying and less walking around. Because there's a billion other games that I can just walk around, but this is one of the only games where I can freely just fly around as this cool bird. Well, at the very least, I did ask for more flying. Now I have to go fly through the apertures. Oh. That guy's, like, running away. From what? The door? Presumably. Well, let's go fly through some apertures and let's go see the inside of this thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the whole temple in one day. I don't know. Hard to say. Thing is, like... I have so many things to record this week that I'm trying to finish everything, but I only have a certain amount of time to do so. There's a pretty giant stump. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all the other games that these developers could make with this style, or other people could make with this style. I'm just hitting everything. I'm not judging my wingspan well. I keep thinking I'm a tiny little bird. In reality, I'm actually fairly sizable. I think that's actually something I have trouble with every bird, kind of. That, like, you see a hawk and you're like, oh, that's small, and then you realize it's, like, wingspan's about as wide as my own, like, arm span. It's just like, whoa, that's, it's actually really impressive. Looks like we have some folks hanging out over here. Stay back, you fiends. Whoa. So the deer is stopping them from interacting with whatever the heck these are. Though, no. Actually, the deer is stopping whatever these are from these people. Maybe. It's unclear. Now this isn't actually a temple. This is just the deer shrine, I believe. Because the actual temple is further east. We've got one in the... Oh, that was something new. So they were running from whatever this was. Which is really creepy. Is that the darkness? I don't know. I'm curious what's sealed in here, because I don't think this is one of the temples, so this means it's probably something a little bit smaller. You know, like a little shrine type thing. We've discovered the Heartwood. Oh, it's definitely pretty inside. Don't know if there's much of a reason for me to explore around there. I'll just kind of look at whatever. There's something up there that has me a concern. Is that you, Kara? No, it can't be. That can't be right. Who are you? I need to get out. I am weak. It's this rock. It's not of this world. The rift, further down in the cavern. Close it. Now, this is cool. Yeah, so, you know how I was talking about the differences between this and, like, a Zelda game? Ultimately, I think it comes down to... This is a very, very, like, singular game. It's purely on rails, and there's not much to do apart from, there's not much to do apart from, you know, properly progress with it. I think I was supposed to hop on from a different spot. But you know what? When it comes down to it, this works. And so this game scratches the itch really well, in my mind, but it doesn't get deep enough to really make it there. And obviously, like, this is an indie game project. Whoop. Yes. This is an indie game project. So, of course, it's not ever going to get that big. It can't. They can't afford it. But, it doesn't stop me from, like, wishing it a little bit, because, like, it'd be so cool. Yeah, he's real pretty. Deer with antlers that look like branches with leaves coming off of them are awesome. I wish there was almost more creatures that looked like that. You did it. I feel much better already. Thank you. I was beginning to fear a fate where I would just fade away. Kuroku's men took hold of my home. They wanted the magic of this place. I fought for so long, but I'm just one, and there were so many. At least I kept the most important secret, and it's the one you were looking for too, isn't it? I have what you need. Here, take the key. It was my task to protect it, and so I have. Thanks again, young one. I'll leave the rest to you. How cool would it be if, over the course of this game, we unlocked different transformations, like we could turn into the bear, or the deer or stuff. Thanks again, young one. Like, I'm just gonna keep throwing, just gonna keep going into this idea. So, Zelda-like, looks like this game, plays like this game, hell, it even has a plot like this game. I don't really care. Just, you know, broaden it out a lot. Maybe add combat, or at least, like, maybe different puzzles based on the different things. But, like, maybe you start as a bird, or maybe you get the bird later, but by helping out the various animal spirits, we unlock new forms that we can run around the world with and, like, interact with it as such. Because that would be so good. Ah, my friend. What leads a bird to the east, and to visit Lifla on top of that? Oh, so she held... Oh, wait, she? I thought Lifla was a stat? I'm confused. She held the key all this time. Use it where it belongs, further east and a dash north. Close to my home, to be true. But answer me this. How come temples lead downwards when people look up to the sky for answers? It has eluded me for centuries, but that's fine. Humans are special creatures, to say the least. There's something creepy about the fox. I don't really know what to say. Well, let's go do like a once-over of the next area. We've got the temple for the next episode. And I'll get there, but I don't think I'm gonna start it yet, because if I do, it might just take too long. I guess it could maybe get it open, but I think I already have the key. Okay. I see one of those speed boosts over here, so we might as well go for it. It's so satisfying just flying around. I think maybe that's the other thing that messes with my head. Just a little bit. Ooh, there's like a little sun and moon looking thing here. Well, if I had a guess, this would maybe be the temple. Well, there's something there. There's multiple somethings all over this place. I don't know, maybe that pit isn't the temple. There's like a big statue-looking thing over here. I'm just gonna do a flyby so we can kind of know what we want to do in the next episode. Oh, that's the crane. That's the crane we saw earlier, and it's got a bunch of people down below it. And then obviously we've got all these broken statues and bits of like city and stuff. There's like a coliseum and a tower and the remains of a town with like a bunch of people outside of it. Oh, and that's where we're going to be loading in. What's this critter? Oh, it's another one of the does. I like the fact that each doe has like a different set of stone coming off of it. That it's not the same every time. Just from like a visual preference standpoint. I don't know, I hate it when people just kind of truly copy and paste in games. This game feels very handcrafted. Hell, I'm not even sure if many of these trees are the same. There's not a whole lot of similarities between them. They look distinct enough. Maybe the pines are... No, even the pines don't look very copy-pasta. They might have a couple of types, or they could have like used some slight procedural generation to get it work. I don't know. No, they probably copy and paste. It's just there are not enough of them to really feel like it's egregious. It just looks nice. I don't know. I just want to fly around for a little while. It's so fun, just flying around, doing bird things. I wish I could fly. I wish humans had the capacity for unassisted flight. It would be magic. Literally, actually. And I'd be okay with that. I guess magic in general would be cool shit. Well. I think this is a good enough stopping point. I've had my fun. And on the next episode, we'll get to properly exploring this massive area. Looks like it's fairly dense, though it looks like I might actually be able to just make an immediate entry into the portal if I so wished. It's just it's probably better that we stop by and see what all the ghosts have to say. Okay, well, I will see you guys in the next episode of AER Memories of Old. And as always, thanks for watching.